Hey YouTube, Tuxino Martini, aka Bowman 1951, back at you for another very quick video. Just a handful of packages I received this week, including a teaser coming up for a video that I'll be popping off March 29th. Is a very big day in my life, and I'll be explaining why on that date, and we'll be having some fun in terms of what I'll be opening. But I figured I'd just give you a little teaser of what's going to be going on that day. Here it is, something that arrived earlier this week. Put it in the comments section below if you know exactly what year this is from. And we might be ripping that in just 5 more days. But what we've got out front here, I always like to give a little preview of what we're expecting in the packages. So I've got some of my vintage Red Sox commons out here in front of you. We've got a 60 on the left, 61 I believe in the middle, and then a 64 on the right. Don't need to go into it much more further than that. Again, they're just all commons, and you'll see why coming up very soon. We've got 2 packages here, so let's get ripping. Okay, up first here, I've already snipped off the tops. So let's pull this out of the package here. We've got another PSA card, 1979 Mike Schmidt PSA 8. Centering's a little off. Left to right. That's probably why it didn't end up a 9 or a 10. So I mentioned in my previous videos that I don't personally collect many players at all, really. Let's see, Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, and Mike Schmidt. Now, Mike Schmidt was one of my favorite players growing up. I grew up about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Philadelphia, and owned pretty much every single one of his cards, and now I'm trying to get them all added to a PSA set registry. And anything I think above 76 or 77, I'm shooting for at least an 8, and I'm hoping for the 80s cards I'm ending up with, if not a 9, then definitely a 10, assuming the price is right. So that's really the only other package we've got here other than the last one involved, but there's going to be a lot of cards in this last pack, so we'll get that open very soon. So as I mentioned in previous videos, I am part of Facebook groups of vintage collectors. I have gotten much more active on Blowout Forums in the vintage sections looking for cards to buy. I'm going through, I think, my 2nd or 3rd deal now, so I just got started there. I know some guys have been trading for years and years on Blowout, but I'm only back into the hobby as of last year, and I'm just getting started there, even though I think Facebook has been my #1 right behind eBay. And also, a few videos back, I had shown off a collection of about 1,200 vintage cards I had picked up, and order of 300 of them just popped off on my ComC account. So I'm attempting to sell off a bunch of those. I've got them very competitively priced. Most are the lowest price, if not, maybe even 90% of them, I think. I've got priced well. It's been a slog so far. I think I've only sold 3 cards in the first 4 days, but hopefully they will pick up over time and get rid of a lot of the vintage cards there. So let's get opening here. Now, I mentioned Blowout Forums because this is where this was picked up. I had traded off probably 40 or so 1960 cards on there with a guy, and this is the package I got this week. Just gonna pull it off camera here and get this popped open. Some tape on it. So, all right, so we've got the package open. So what he was looking for were the 60 tops, and like I said, I'd sent off 3 dozen or so to him, and then went through everything he had listed. I was looking for Red Sox players, so I had to go out. I think I went to Dean's Card site, who would put up like a 1965 team set for the Boston Red Sox, and then I'd have to go through all the numbers to see if any matched up. You're going to mainly see, hopefully, Red Sox players here, but I did ask for some Phillies as well, because I do personally collect their vintage cards. Nothing, anything past the 80s or anything, but I do love anything 60s from the Phillies too. So first up here, we've got a John Buzzhart, pitcher for the Phillies, 61. There's a Red Sox, Billy Muffet. Another Red Sox, Gary Geiger. Dodgers, Ed Ratkow. Red Sox, Frank Malzoni. Dodgers, Ron Fairley. I like the Cubs and Dodgers too. So if I had a third and fourth team, it would probably be those two teams. Have loved the Dodgers ever since they moved from Brooklyn. Not that I knew it back then because I wasn't alive, but I just love the story of the players that they had and Jackie Robinson and moving the team to the Ravine back in, 1960 or so. So, more Cubs, rookie stars, Red Sox, Jose Tartable. More Cubs, George Altman. I think this is one I didn't have from my 68 collection that I've put together recently. So I wanted to add that. Sparky Lyle. Everybody loves the 71s, and this one's in pretty good shape. George Scott for the Red Sox. Not a lot of dings there on the black borders. Eddie Casco, the Red Sox. I think most of these are going to be 72s. Again, Sparky Lyle. Gary Peters. Well, moving up a year. Who doesn't love Louis Tiant? Got some great food right outside of Fenway Park right now. Danny Cater, Red Sox. John Kennedy, the Red Sox. And lastly, Bob Montgomery. So, yeah, very quick video today. That's what I picked up this week. Going to be adding those. I like to sort them. You're looking at the boxes that my vintage sit in. One row in the bottom box there, I think, is all Red Sox. I'm up close to, I don't know how many of these hold, maybe 300 to 400 vintage cards. And I count vintage anything I even cut it off at like 78 or so. I do have some modern Red Sox, but not nearly as much as I do in terms of vintage. And I'll continue adding to my collection. If anybody's got any out there they're willing to sell me, I'll gladly take a look at your cards anytime. Shoot me a message and we'll get started on that. But next video up is going to be, again, March 29th. Showed you the little teaser there, and I am so excited to rip some vintage wax packs. I've never done this before. Nothing before. I opened some 2000s of Tom Brady's back around Christmas time, but nothing, anything prior to that. I used to open packs in the 80s, but that doesn't even count for the junk era. So excited for this, and we'll see you in a few days. Thanks so much, YouTube. Take care now.